Any person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much. For the most part, you're going to run into challenges in life, and if you curl up into a ball and complain about it, that's not going to help you. And if you say, okay, cool, good, here's some adjustments I can make to move forward, that's going to be a better move than cowering. As I've said since day one, motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works. You know, the weekend where you really only had 2 things to do for the weekend, whatever it was, you had to write this thing and you had to answer this other thing. And on Friday, you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. And on Saturday, like, I'll do it. And it's basically hanging over your head the whole weekend. Whereas if you'd just done Friday afternoon, the whole weekend would have been a lot better. So just do the thing. I think courage has to have some kind of risk involved. And then, yes, I agree with Sam Harris when he pointed out that if you're acting, if you're doing the thing, then that's courage, no matter how you feel inside your little brain. There's no lack of urgency when I wake up in the morning to think, oh, don't worry, I got all the time in the world, because I know I don't. And I'm lucky to be here, and I'm going to try and live in a way that will at least do justice for my friends that aren't here. Lift weights, do jiu-jitsu, go for runs, stretch out, eat good, stop drinking. It's pretty straightforward. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Every day that you don't do work, you're going backwards, and it definitely will hurt you, and it'll show up. You can't get away with what you got away with when you were 23. It doesn't work. You have to stay ahead of it. But you're looking for a full-on solution to this problem, and there's probably not a full-on solution that's going to satisfy every aspect of this scenario. So what you have to do instead is you have to look for what's the trade-off going to be. I'm going to win a little bit here, I'm going to lose a little bit there, but overall, it's going to move me in the right direction. I think it's a good thing to understand, as opposed to going through life thinking that you're going to find a 100% solution, because it's not going to exist. So you're going to have to make trade-offs in life. When you're looking at a house, there's going to be shortfalls. There's going to be problems with the house that you're looking at. And whether it's going to be, even if it's the perfect house, well, that means it's going to cost a ton. So that's the trade-off that you're going to make. And so what you have to do is you have to break down, like what you just said. Hey, listen, I wanted a bigger yard, but this one has a huge garage. I'm going to go with it. You just got to figure out those trade-offs. There's no solutions. You're not going to get the perfect house until you build one. And even when we build one, guess what? You're going to look at it when you're done, and you're going to say, I should have moved this wall 24 inches to the west, right? It'll eat you up. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 5 years. People are like, what's your 5-year plan? I have no idea what my 5-year plan is, because I don't know what opportunities are going to arise. I don't know what things I'm going to fail at. I don't know what mistakes I'm going to make. So how am I going to sit here and tell you where I'm going to be in 5 years? I can't. And if I did, I'd probably be shutting off some opportunities that are there because I'm too close-minded and focused on some 5-year plan. So I make iterative decisions about things. I move a little bit in some direction. I test, I get the feedback from it. Was it good? Was it bad? Should I put more resources toward it or not? And then as time goes by, I've either moved significantly in that direction, or I've realized it's a dead end and I'm going to move away. What opportunities are going to knock on my door today? What opportunities have I started that are going to close tomorrow? I don't know. So I don't invest a lot of time and energy trying to predict where I'm going to be in 5 years when I don't know. You know, when you're watching TV, or you're, looking at Instagram, or you're, going out for dinner on a date and you go to a movie, I'm not doing that. I'm reading a book. I'm getting ready for a podcast. I'm writing something. I'm preparing for something. I'm talking to a client. I'm designing something. I'm thinking about a new supplement. Like, it's just kind of all the time. And so a guy asked me the other day, are you working more now than you were when you were in the SEAL teams? And the answer is 100%. Yes, I'm working harder now. I should say I'm working more because I'm working more time. No weekends. No weekends, no evenings really. Luckily for me, I like what I do.